What's up, family? This is Coach C, Pastor C. Listen, I want to talk to you for a minute about servanthood. That's right. Ministry begins in the hidden work. Come on, somebody. Listen, most people only see the microphone, the music, and the moment when the event starts. But the real ministry, come on, somebody, often begins hours before that first prayer or that first song is ever sung. What are you saying, Coach? I'm talking about setting the tables. I'm talking about laying out those plates. I'm talking about laying out the forks, the spoons, the cups, preparing the room with order and cleanliness and beauty. That's right. These are not just tasks. They are acts of ministry. They are the silent sermons that are preached through servanthood. What are you saying, Coach? I'm talking about preparation is ministry. Get that into your spirit. Somebody write that down. Preparation is the ministry. You know, this past Tuesday, I had the honor and the privilege to witness and be a part of a small team that showed up at 3 p.m. for an event that wouldn't start for hours later. You know, they were already ministering is what I'm trying to tell you. Every tablecloth laid down was a message that we thought about you before you even arrived. That's right. Every dish placed was an unspoken prayer that said, may you feel cared for when you sit here. Listen, we're talking about servanthood. Listen, that's the gospel in motion. You know, serving people before they even walk through the door. That's servanthood, top tier. What are you saying, Coach? Break this thing down for them. I'm trying to help you to understand true servanthood. Servanthood is not just a stage, y'all. Okay, it's stewardship. All right, for all you leaders out there and all you followers out there, all you servants out there, servanthood is not just a stage. It's not lights, camera, action. It's stewardship. You know, and we often mistake ministry as what happens when the lights are on. But real kingdom work is about stewardship. It always have been and always will. Taking care of the details, you know, taking care of the environment, making sure the atmosphere is set so that people can encounter God without distraction. Am I talking to you today? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Listen, that team that I was talking about at Outreach Arms wasn't just setting tables on Tuesday night. They were setting the stage for God's grace to flow. They were creating a space where love and dignity and hospitality could be felt before a word was ever spoken. That's ministry, folks. That's what we're talking about. That's servanthood. I'm talking about the invisible work because it's the invisible work that fuels the visible move of God. And when those plates are ready, people can eat in peace. And when those tables are in order, conversations can flow. Listen, when the details are covered, hearts, can open up to God. That's what ministry is about. That's what servant leadership is about. It's about the visible fruit of an event is always built on the invisible labor of the servants. Come on, somebody. And without this hidden preparation, the visible moment collapses. So, what do you want us to take away from this conversation, Coach C? Listen, I just want you to understand, if you're that servant leader out there behind the scenes, God sees you. Heaven records what people overlook. And I want you to be encouraged because most will never know who set that plate. Most will never know who straightened those spoons. Most will never know who stayed late to put those tables up or wash those dishes. But heaven saw it. Come on, somebody. And the God who notices the smallest acts of services saw you. And he says to you explicitly on today, through me, if you are faithful over a little, I will make you ruler over much. And that's from the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 23. And so what's my takeaway here? My takeaway here is this. Ministry doesn't begin with the microphone. It begins with a mop. It doesn't start at 7 p.m. when your program starts or open. It starts earlier than that. Sometimes hours earlier when servants show up to prepare. And because every fork placed, every table set and every dish washed and every table put up, that's an act of love that makes room for God's presence. This is Coach C, second son of Peggy. That's my share. Let's go. Let's get it. Servanthood 101.